Hi. Yeah, it's so good to see you again. Yeah, you were in here a couple weeks ago and we did some posture fixing. Yeah. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad some of those things have worked. Yeah. And you wanted to come in for a follow-up visit to kind of check in, see what's improved, see what could still use some work. Yeah, of course. No, I think that's a great idea. Okay. Yeah. So let's get started. I am going to put on some gloves. Is that okay? Okay. Okay, so to begin with, if you can just stand as you normally would, in any typical everyday situation. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna give your body a little feel, do a little bit of an assessment, and then I can see a few things just even just from looking at you, but I'm gonna do a little feel, and then we'll start the posture fixing. Does that sound good? Okay, great. Let's see. Let's check in with this shoulder. And I am going to be just mumbling a little bit, so don't mind me. Okay, let's feel that shoulder. Let's see how it's doing. Down to the arm. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's try. Can you actually just stand as you would normally for me again one more time? Okay. Okay. All right. So we've got the shoulder. Okay. So I'm just gonna feel the abdomen here for a second. Oh, okay. All right. And I'm gonna reach around and I'm just gonna feel the lower back. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna pop down and check out the feet real quick, okay? Okay, so let's see if there's anything like that. Knees are looking okay. The hips are okay. All right, I'm just gonna do a circle around real quick, okay? Okay, let's see. Shoulder. Translate. Okay, let's check out this lower back. Mid back. Shoulders looking okay. Shoulder blade, okay. Okay, all right. Well, I'm definitely seeing some good stuff. The best thing I would say is that I remember when you came in last time around, I was noticing that your abdomen wasn't really that engaged, and so it was causing some arching in the lower back. Yeah, which I think was contributing to some of the pain that you've been talking about. But this time around, you get an A+ on the abdominal muscle engagement. Yeah, you're doing a really great job. As I'm feeling it, yeah, this is much improved. It's great. And then the thing is that when I go around to the lower back, it's not arched in sort of an unusual kind of strained position like it was. Yeah, so you're doing really great with that. I'm glad that it seems like you really took on board what we were working on last time. So that's great. So what I'm noticing this time around is some stuff going on in the arms, which we'll get to in a little bit. The feet, I think, could use a little bit of repositioning, and then also the hips are tight, right? So I think that's what we're going to be working on primarily with the posture fixing today. And then of course it's the shoulders, right? It's always rolling back the shoulders. Even just now I was hunching a little bit, so it's very common, right? We always want to focus on our shoulders. So I am gonna start the fixing now. Does that sound okay? Okay, great. And I'm gonna start down with the feet. Okay. All right, so if I can have you just slide out of that Adidas slide that you're in. Okay, great, thank you. And just lift your left foot. Okay, just feeling that foot. Okay, and I'm gonna place your foot, again, like I did last time, pretty specifically on the floor, okay? Here we go. Okay, and I'm lifting up your pant leg. There we go. Let's see, let's check out the ankle. Top of the foot. This calf is doing pretty good. Okay, yeah, so just keep your left foot right there. Great, I'm gonna lower this pant leg again. Okay, and then if you can slide out of your other Adidas slide, great, thank you. And then lift your right foot for me. Terrific. Just feeling the foot here for a sec. Okay, now I'm gonna put this right foot pretty specifically on the ground, okay? You feel that? Yeah. I know, it's gonna feel a little awkward at first because I don't think we're always used to having our toes in alignment like this, right? But it does actually make a pretty big difference. Okay, and I'm gonna lift this pant leg here for a second. Feel this ankle, feeling the calf. Okay, all right, I'm gonna put this pant leg back down. Okay, all right, good. So how are the feet feeling? I know, keeping the toes in alignment, it's that thing where it's tough to remember, but it does actually make a big difference. So let's see here. Okay, so I'm now gonna look, let's see, well I was doing some looking at the hips earlier, but let me just give it a feel again. Okay, so this left hip, yeah, the left hip is tight, right? Okay, and then let's feel the right hip. Yeah. And the right hip is a little higher than the left one, right? Which is typical. Let's see. I'm just gonna do some feeling on this left hip. Kind of just a little bit of massage. There we go. And then, okay. Okay, let me look at these hips again. Yeah. Yeah, I think with the hips, it's almost kind of an alignment thing, more than necessarily anything you can do consciously. It's more that just that they're tight, right? And I'm actually wondering if maybe, let's see. Okay, I am actually just gonna brace you really quick for a second and just see if there's something in here that I can, oh, there's a little crack, there we go. Okay, all right, so there's a little bit of, yeah, there was a little bit of an adjustment that could have been, that I was able to get from that one. Let's try this one too, okay? Let's see. Okay, all right, that was pretty good. Let's see. Okay, all right, great. Yeah, so I think with the hips, it's just a matter of keeping them limber, right? And that kind of keeps them slightly more in alignment. It lowers that right hip just a little bit. Yeah. Okay, all right, let me feel that. That feels better, okay. Okay, that feels good. Okay, so the lower half is looking good, right? So now let's move on to the arms. So what I'm noticing is that you are standing, it's almost as if your arms are kind of heavy, right? And they're sort of dragging down the front part of your body a little bit. Yeah, and that's contributing to this hunch, right? And so as I was feeling your arms earlier, I was noticing that there's some tension in these arms, right? Yeah, and I think that would be contributing to, it's almost like your body is unconsciously treating your arms like these weights, right? That are kind of dragging it down in the front. So I'm wondering if the best thing to do, we'll get to some some actual posture fixing with the shoulders in a second, but I am actually I'm gonna lift this arm up, okay? And then I'm just going to try to like work on this the upper inside of your arm there for a second. Try to limber it up. It feels good, right? Yeah. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna let go of your arm, but if you can keep it raised for me. Okay, great. And then if you can take your arm and sort of bend it at the elbow so that the hand is behind the head. Okay, great. And I'm just gonna hold it there. And then I'm just gonna work on this elbow here for a second. Okay, great. So you can lower that arm. Yeah, okay. All right, and I'm gonna do the same thing over here with this, on this arm here. Just warm that shoulder up. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna lift this arm up. Here we go, and then I'm just gonna go in for this upper arm, sort of like the inside of the upper arm. There we go. Okay. Do you feel the arms loosening a little bit? Yeah. Isn't it strange how that can contribute to posture of all things, right? I know. Yeah, the body is crazy because it's all one thing, right? Okay, so I am gonna ask you, I'm gonna let go of your arm, but I'm gonna have you keep it up there. Okay, great. And if you can again, bend it to the elbow, put the hand, okay, terrific. And then I'm just gonna rub this elbow here. Okay, all right, so you can let that arm down. Okay, how are the arms feeling? A little lighter, a little looser, a little more limber. Okay, terrific. All right, so let's see. So now we're gonna work on just rolling these shoulders, you know? So I think if you come in for more sessions in the future, we're gonna work on the arms over and over again just to keep them limber, right? And then I think that's gonna help with the shoulders staying up and back, right? So let's see if I can just warm this shoulder up a little bit. There we go. And then I'm gonna warm this shoulder up a little bit. Okay. And then this is the motion you want to be doing. You want to take your shoulders from here all the way back to here. Okay, so to mirror me, it's like this, right? And remember last time we spoke about the invisible string coming up through the top of the head, right? And that's just sort of a good visual to keep in mind all the time. Is the invisible string. And it's not a string that's kind of, you know, it's too aggressive or kind of pulling you around like a puppet. It's just sort of a light string, but it's just kind of keeping you in alignment there, right? Okay, so let's shoulders. Let's roll them back. Okay, great. And I'm just gonna take a step around the body, okay? All right, so let's see. Yeah, this shoulder is looking nice. That's your right shoulder. Rub it a little bit more, and I am gonna rub this left shoulder too. Okay, I've got both shoulders, and then with me, let's do one more roll back. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes, great. Okay. And we already talked about how this lower back is doing considerably better than it was last time. Go lower back, and then the mid back. Yeah. Okay. 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 Great. Yeah, I think this was a good round 2. Because, you know, we worked on these hips. And I know that hip tightness has been sort of a chronic thing for you, you know, as it is for a lot of people. And I think it's kind of like the hips and the arms are kind of similar on your body particularly, where I think the key is to just continue to keep them limber, right, and loose. I would say with, continual follow-up appointments, if that sounds good to you, right? Okay, great, yeah. Because, you hold so much tension in your hips and arms. And it's bringing about that hunch in a kind of strange way, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right, so ready? Let's bring them back. Bring them back. Yeah, looking good. Okay, and remember that string, right? It's coming up. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's funny. For some reason, the visual of the string helps me. Yeah. Because it doesn't feel too burdensome, right? Yeah. Just feels like a light little like, up comes my chin, up comes my head. Yeah. Okay, let's see. All right. Yeah, this arm is feeling looser. This arm is feeling looser. Okay. Okay, great. Well, as of at the end of last session, you're looking terrific. Your body is it's standing in a very beautiful upright way right now. Yeah, you're looking great, and you're keeping those toes in alignment, which is great. Yeah, that's maybe the one thing to sort of just always have in the back of the head, right? It's toes in alignment. Yeah, and then the string. Okay, great. So what do you think? Did you want to get booked in for another session now so that we can kind of keep this work that we're doing going? Okay, great. Yeah, I think that sounds terrific. I'll just go get my laptop, but I'll be right back, okay? All right, I'll see you in a second. Yep, bye.